Hello, welcome to 5 Steps to CEO Mastery, where I'm going to show you what the great CEOs do so that you can get the same results. You're going to generate faster growth, higher profits, massive confidence as a CEO when you follow what essentially is this recipe. Like any recipe, you follow the recipe, you get predictable results. It's a shift in how you see your job and your business and a shift in what you do. So normally in these webinars, people spend a lot of time talking about themselves and their background and the journey and God knows what. I'm not going to do that. We're going to cut right to the good part. I do in the beginning want to make sure though that you are in the right place. So let's just make sure. This is for new CEOs who are promoted or recruited. So if you've recently been promoted or be about to be promoted, this is for you. This is for new CEOs who are taking over family business. There's a lot of family transitions. And it's also for successful entrepreneurs who are past the early stage and are making that transition from do it all, just get the company going, to suddenly managing something that's bigger and a little more complicated. There's a bonus that I give you at the end, so please stay through the whole webinar. And there's really two reasons to watch to the end. The first is the most important, and it's because you're going to learn exactly how to ace the CEO job. And the second, also cool, is that we will send you a free copy of the Hire Right process that we've developed over decades, frankly, and that we give to our paying clients. It shows you exactly how to hire the right person the first time and do it faster with less effort, and it works beautifully. So why this training? Well, as CEO, you have the biggest impact on a company, yet there are no CEO schools that you can go to learn how to do it. So that means most new CEOs, like when I was a new CEO, resort to trial and error, which wastes time and gets mixed results or worse. This training lays out exactly what a CEO must do to create extraordinary results, and it works every time. I'm going to show you how to stop undermining your success. There's so many ways we do that. The 3 things you must do to build an unbeatable, solid foundation to your business. I'm going to show you how to generate sustained, profitable growth, the holy grail. Keep growing, keep increasing profits on a sustained basis. And also how to feel great about your business, and perhaps most importantly, about yourself as a CEO. So now, in order to make this work, please listen carefully. No multitasking if you can avoid it. Trust what you hear. I didn't make this up yesterday. This is 2, 3, almost 4 decades of development and testing. Take notes. This is good stuff. Take action. The most important of all, take action. And keep me posted. This is a passion of mine. Don't make me play golf. Let me do this. And please keep me posted on your progress. I'm very interested. When you do all that, you will be changed forever. I'm going to show you 5 shifts. These new shifts plus taking action are going to create amazing new results for you. So let's see, are you at this place now? I just want to connect here with you. Are you wondering what don't I know about being a CEO that I need to know? Probably. You're unsure maybe. Am I focused on the right things and am I doing them right? You're pulled in too many directions, just way too many priorities, and you're often disappointed, frustrated, and just plain out tired. And of course, with all that, you wish there was an easier way. These are just symptoms, so that's actually the good news. The real problem is you haven't made the 5 key shifts. When you do, you will stop a bunch of stuff. You will stop not growing sales and profits. You will stop always fixing things. You will stop struggling with too little information, and you will stop constantly dealing with bad surprises, fielding customer complaints, those are the worst, and getting beat up on price. What you will do is you'll start having the information you need to make smart decisions and know where you are, leading a team of A players, champions all, getting customer compliments, compliments, enjoying faster growth, more profit, feeling more confident, and having more time. Who am I? I'm Brian Kinahan, and I am on a mission. I'm a veteran CEO trainer, and I'm totally obsessed with making CEO success available to all. I've spent 10 years as a CEO and an entrepreneurial CEO as well, and 30 years helping other CEOs double and triple their company growth rate, profits, and valuation. It's predictable. You do the right thing, you get the right outcome. Think recipe. Think recipe. I specialize in new CEOs and emerging entrepreneurs, CEOs, and in teaching them the business tools and the mindset to easily and reliably create big success. Why not? All right, 5 shifts. 5 shifts. Shift 1, be the CEO. All right, you have the most important job with by far the biggest impact. Focus on being the CEO. It's a full-time job, but you probably don't know everything that's involved. Nobody's told you what that is, although I'm going to lay that out in the next 4 shifts. And therefore, free up your time, stop doing other people's work, get out of the engine room, and be the captain of your ship. And don't worry, you're not alone. Most CEOs of under, $100 million companies are not doing their job. It's a big problem. And it's too bad because it creates financial pain, wastes energy, hurts customers, and frustrates employees. Bad morale, bad morale. But it's also a benefit to you when you do your job because the CEOs of your competitors might most likely are not doing theirs. So to be the CEO, become a master delegator. List every non-CEO thing you do and find someone else to do it. Yeah, it takes time. Finding budget and the right person, yes, it takes time. But there is a lot of low-lying fruit. Easy wins. Make up your mind and start now. And by the way, if you own your business and you want to keep doing other people's work or other type of work, just select someone else to lead your business and be the CEO or the general manager or the president, whatever. That's okay too. So here's a case study. Good old Alex, a client and friend of mine. He's the CEO of a paper import and distribution company. And he just decided he was not going to hold on to work that his team should have been doing. And he turned his attention to being the CEO. And because of that shift, this company grew almost 50% that year, generating the most revenue in its history and the most profit, by the way. As he says, when I finally let go and trusted my people, I was able to focus entirely on my CEO responsibilities, which gave me the boost I needed to have my best year ever. It would not have happened if I hadn't stopped doing other people's jobs. Way to go, Alex. And here's an alternative. This is Doug, who's got an amazing architectural firm, by far the leader in his community. And it was very successful, but he was not spending enough time being the CEO. The company was drifting, not growing as he hoped, gears were grinding. He promoted someone to lead the business as president. And since then, the firm has a lot more growth, more profit for sure, more cash flow, absolutely, and happier customers and employees. A complete win. I realized that I wasn't doing enough CEO work and that I didn't really want to run the firm day to day, so I appointed a president. The firm is doing great now, and I'm still doing the customer and design work I love. Yeah, his president, she's doing an awesome job. Shift 2, set the course. All right, so now you're not in the ship's engine room, the galley, or the radio room. It's time to head to the bridge and do what captains do. And what do? They set the course. To do that, you must answer 2 very important questions. Where are we going? And how will we get there? Where are we going? Your business needs a big goal, a bright vision, something to draw it into the future, to create focus and excitement. Choose something 3 to 5 years down the road. Be ambitious. With a soon-to-be top CEO like you, so much is possible. You can double revenues and profits in 3 years? Sure. Be the dominant provider in your space? Why not? Win your industry's top award? Let's do it. Okay, question number 2. How will we get there? That's strategy, the winning approach that makes achieving the goal possible, almost easy. Strategy is the single most powerful tool in your CEO toolkit. It's how ordinary people create spectacular results. Yet sadly, most CEOs don't understand what strategy is or how to develop one. So just think of it this way. Strategy is defining where to play and how to win. Where to play is zeroing in on a segment of the market with its own needs, a niche. The riches are in the niches, but something big enough to satisfy your growth ambitions. How to win? How to win is providing your niche, your customers, a unique or at least far, far superior combination of products, services, and overall experience that makes your company the undisputed dominant go-to provider. Here's another case study. Morgan did an amazing job. His automotive company, he took a close look at the business and under the CEO's leadership, developed a winning strategy based on innovation and serving new channels of distribution. 2 years later, his company sold for 3 times what it was offered before the shift. We concluded that to grow our business and increase its value, we had to change our market focus and adjust our value proposition. We got everyone on board, that's alignment, and executed consistently. Because of that, our company became much more valuable. Way to go, Morgan. Now, shift number 3, a winning culture. Your company will play in the championship game and win the trophy, right? Of course it will. But to do that, you'll need an A team, and shift 4 addresses that. And those players who need to be at their best, they need to play hard, play smart, play together. That's all mental, and that's culture. Left to its own, a culture by default, not by design, is usually a mixed bag. Some good, some not, and some terrible sometimes. Definitely not a consistent winning culture. So what is culture? It's the expression of our shared values, what we consider important. Since we naturally do what's important, our values within our community, our business, drive our behaviors and then our outcomes. And it's the same for us personally. So culture in a community is the values which lead to behaviors. And of course, those behaviors drive outcomes. So what are your company values? Have you thought about it? Just look around, not what's on your statement, but just look around. Are people on time to meetings? Do proposals go out with typos? Are people open and transparent? Do they routinely go the extra mile? These are behaviors that reveal your values. So just look at those behaviors and work backwards to the values. Most CEOs regrettably tolerate a less than happy and productive culture because they don't understand that culture can be designed and shaped and formed and that it's their job to do it. Fortunately, you, the new CEO, have an exciting opportunity to shape your company's culture into one that gives your business the winning edge. So how do you do that? So you looked at those behaviors a couple of slides back at what they are. Now make a list of ideal behaviors. What do you want your winning team, your national championship team, to believe and to behave? Write those down and then list the values that drive them. Then begin the continuous process of embedding the values in your company's DNA. You're the CEO, it's your top priority. Make those values a big deal. Model them. Share them widely and repeatedly. Enroll others, especially leaders, to also model them. Bring them up every day. Most importantly, hire for values. Absolutely. And do not tolerate values violations and violators. This is too important. Case study number 4. This is Mosen, and Mosen has this cool marketing agency and Amazon seller for other people, for clients. And he deliberately selected a strong set of values that the CEO he reinforces relentlessly. Within a year, his company was able to double profits and is on track to double revenues in 2 years. It's pretty amazing. I was convinced that a strong culture would make a big difference, he says. So I listed the qualities of a samurai warrior, and I model and communicate the values daily. We refer to them before our team meetings, we remind each other, and we catch each other behaving like samurai. I love it. All right, shift number 4. This is really, really important. Not that the others aren't. They're all super important. Build a machine. Okay, the first 3 shifts address the foundational DNA of your business. The foundational DNA. Vision, strategy, culture, where, how, and who. Now, the next big shift is to recognize that your company is a collection of practices. Good practices working together get your company humming like a Ferrari engine. Random, undefined, and inconsistent practices have it sputtering like a jalopy. Most CEOs don't get that it's their job to build a well-oiled machine and keep it in top form. And they wonder why they're struggling with a continuous flow of problems and poor performance. But now you know. You will be the master builder of a smooth-running, fast-growing, profit-generating business machine. Think of your company's practices in this machine in a framework of right things done right. So right things is DNA, of course, that's your DNA, and then also planning. When you're thinking about, okay, what do we do now? We look at our plans. When we are heading for a goal, we make a plan to get there. We're a planning company at all different levels. Done, of course, that's people. That's who does the doing. And processes, using processes. People and processes. And then done right is information and meeting rhythm. Information is feedback. It's knowledge. And then meeting rhythm is all those brains in your company getting together and doing what they need to do, analyzing, planning, creating, problem solving in nice, crisp, efficient, fun meetings. So in more detail, just a little bit, right things is vision. We talked about that, strategy and culture. Planning is a strategic plan, a sales plan, operations plans, financial plans, departmental plans, people plans, project plans, etc. Be a planning company. Done is people. So it starts with good hiring, then coaching, then developing, maybe career counseling, training, rewarding, motivating, and so forth. And then processes. Figure out what they are, map them out, document them, cross-train, and continuously improve them. And then write. How do you do them right? Get information on different levels, operational, tactical, financial, personal, etc. And then monthly, weekly, and daily cadence. And then lastly, a meeting rhythm. Design the meetings that your company is going to have. Management meetings, when, who's going to be there, how are they going to be run, financial, strategy, sales, operations, planning. A meeting rhythm is so vital. Embrace meetings and run good meetings, of course. All right, so get your 6 pillars of success in place and watch your business soar. I do this, all day long for years now, and the companies who put this machine together always do spectacularly well. And you don't have to install or upgrade all your practices at once. Just take them one at a time. It shouldn't take you more than 6 months or maybe a year to get almost all of them in place, a steady drumbeat of installing them. Stay on it. Be in building mode for however long it takes, because it will determine your company's destiny. You can either grow and be profitable and happy or not. This is what makes the difference. And here's an example. Here's this jewelry and souvenir company was stuck. So they decided to turn their business into a well-oiled machine with great DNA, regular planning, a true A-team, repeatable processes, extensive reporting, and a rhythm of focused and productive meetings. They started growing 25% a year right away, and they quadrupled profits in year 2. And this is all because Brian and his team decided to do it. As he says, we took over for our parents and wanted to make a major upgrade in how we ran the business. It was the absolute best thing. The results have been truly spectacular. Really great job, Brian. So in our first 4 shifts, we looked at building a foundation of predictable success where the CEO is present, being a CEO full-time. The company has an exciting vision and a winning strategy and an amazing culture. And everything runs smoothly like a machine where the right things are done right. But there's one more critical shift. Shift 5. Always be learning. This 5th shift is understanding that the CEO's most important responsibility is to make good decisions. For example, deciding on a new strategic direction, deciding where to allocate limited resources, deciding the year's top initiatives, deciding on a new senior hire. These all have a huge impact on the fortunes of the company. Now, the best decisions are informed decisions that have the benefit of a picture of the entire landscape, multiple perspectives, an awareness of alternatives, the most relevant information. So to be informed, the CEO must be learning constantly and tapping a wide variety of sources, books and lectures, trainings and webinars, employees and customers. Ask them, they're a wealth of knowledge. Teachers, mentors, and other CEOs. Always be learning because leaders are learners. And here's a great example. Jason, killing it. This IT managed services firm grew quickly while navigating the transition from a traditional break-fix model to a full-service subscription model, managed services. It would not have been possible without the CEO's commitment to learning from all sources and all the time. As Jason says, I have ambitious goals for myself and my company, which I've been meeting. It's all because I believe the answer is out there, and I am committed to finding it through constant learning. That is so true. So now you have a choice. You have a CEO decision. How can I help you with that? You can choose to call me. I've set aside some time over the next few days to speak to you personally about how you can apply these ideas to your business starting today. Whatever your biggest challenge, I assure you, I've seen it before, and I can show you how to overcome it. On the call, I'll work with you to create a step-by-step success plan that fixes the problems you're facing right now. It could be growth problems, profit problems, people problems, you name it. You'll walk away from our call with a roadmap to solve it. Now, this is not for everybody. This is for people who are either a CEO or a top executive who affects the direction and success of the entire business. An action taker, simply absorbing information without taking action brings 0 results, as we know. And somebody who is coachable and willing to learn and take advice. Why am I doing this? Because I'm a helper. I love doing this. I love working with businesses and helping CEOs. For over 30 years as a CEO and CEO coach, I have lived my passion for business and for sharing knowledge that helps CEOs succeed. Also, you may be interested in exploring how I can help you implement these changes. If so, on the call, we can discuss the options and see if it makes sense for you or not. So please, let's talk. Let's find out what's going on and get you boosted and on your way. Click the link below and book your call.